won't say the Auri Pepe. Charuji, what? Just was your walk by way. 3 1 way. You want daily. You know you what daily. What daily is doing. Mono what daily, what daily, what daily, what daily. Kind of the one I'm a guy. Senior, what does that wizard? Then you have a way on our senior day, Pepe. Yep, the woman, bloody when you go there when you want. Didn't want. You know, didn't want way. Presume what did it? Presume what did it soon? Representative Sonny Bonua. Like that go black. Money for nothing go far. Representative. Speaker of the house. Like you. Patrick Bolue. Il a yo matia. Kana go. Ina tele wawe. Tele wao. Kana go no. You are not your boy. You are not your boy no gonna do. Glad your babu now. Tele wao. Brazola tele wao, ina blebani amoga, kaina juonaga, awo juonaga, nuawe juonaga, lagia juonaga o, boda juwania, juonaga o, loyona tele serane, brazola tele serane, owa tele we. Kena problem you go get when you want some. Say the man whether say always a pepe. Money will blow man decide you. They wow. In a speaker. How's your baby smooth? More you say Abo Mona tele wa. I'm up on your by everywhere. Presola, Terewa. In a guy, I am not one and no Gasebody, Mosia one way. Mosia minister, then you know, not Terewa. In a money no one is a you. I walk your baby soon. No more jadeo. You're not telling wow. And they say, yeah, this are you. Man said, you got you. Well, in a that one, yes, man. In a Junaga, in a Junaga, how are Junaga? In a telewa, Brazola, telewa, Pagala, telewa, Ola, telewa, Konaga. Bloody Amoga. In a Beuni Amoga, that you get over your way. That you be as well. Go on your way, no way, Monogio. In a Monogio, Amoga, you know, you get by you. I was saying, I'll be baby. Charuji, what? Just was your walk by me. They were where you want it. You know, you want it. What is it? Mono, what did him, what did him, what did him, what did him? Kind of never the Amoga. Singing what is up with her. Then you have a way when I was in your day, baby. You play one more bloody when you go there when you want. Did I want? You know, did it one way. Presume what did it? Presume what did it soon? Representative Sonny Bonoma. I don't go back you. Money for an antique far. Representative. Speaker of the house. Like you. Cabon Polio. Il a yo matia. I na go. Ina tele wawe. Tele wao. I na go no. You are not your boy. You are not your boy no gonna do. Glad you are babu now. Tele wao. Brazola tere wao, ina bleba ni amoga, kaina jua naga, awo jua naga, nuanwe jua naga, mlaga jua naga o, boda juwania, jua naga o, bloyo na tere serane, brazola tere serane, owa tere we. Ina bobo nyo bubu jabo nyo you want some. Say the man kwada say okweza pepe. Money will blow man decide you. They wow. Ina speaker. How say abele sumo. Mo bro yo say ati aboja de o. Mona tele wa. I'm a conyo by everywhere. Presola, Terewa. Hinaka, I had no one and no Gazeboni, Mosia one way. Mosia minister, then you know, Terewa.
Hey, hold on there and listen. The biggest online platform is back and we are ready. It's the voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, your one-stop for information, debate, and discovery. Join us every Thursday at 12 o'clock p.m. EST, 4 o'clock p.m. GMT, and 12 midnight in the Philippines, where power, progress, and the people take center stage. The program is with your host, Darke Saryorpodeh Esoteric, the mouthpiece of the God, and your brilliant co-host, Shirley Sneh. They are bringing the heat, the truth, and the talk every single week with spotlight, polls, education, politics, and so much more. Listen and listen very well. The program features deep dives and critical analysis from Patrick Bolue and Pickens Jadia. Don't miss out. Catch us live on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora. The program is every Thursday, and you know why? We bring the conversation to you. Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora, where your voice matters.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another brand new edition of Voices Sinoe. Sorry, we are not in studio today. I'm somewhere in Pennsylvania. Came to visit my mother, and we still have to be here to have a conversation with you. So, yeah, forget my background. We are not in studio. So let me bring Patrick on here, so that we can get the ball going. But I want to say thank you so much for joining us, and please share the show with your friends. Let me bring Patrick here. Let's see. Hopefully, I will know how to work this stuff for my art to stage. All right. Hey, B.
Yes. the prolific, the prolific esoteric.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Is my audio okay on your side?
Yeah. Your audio is perfect. It's good.
Good. I didn't bring my devices or my microphone, so I'm just using my iPad. So yeah, and forgive my background. I'm not home. Yeah, I came to see my mother. I'm in Pennsylvania right now. All right. So, but how is Morovia, man?
Yeah, Monrovia as usual. Monrovia never changes. Monrovia is always Monrovia. It is wet at the moment because of the rainy season. It's also economically challenging here, and but things are calm relatively, and people are still worried about their normal activities as hope, keeps alive. Yeah.
Great, man. Yeah, again, Patrick, I'm excited always to be here, man, to talk to the global community, to talk to fellow citizens of Sinoe County, fellow compatriots of the Republic of Liberia, and everyone else. So today we have a special edition of the show. Our co-host Shirley Sneh is our special guest today. Yeah, to talk about her book. So she will be joining us at the bottom of the hour. So Patrick, what I want us to do, the custom, the show usually we do some shout out to people and stuff of that nature. So, and then we'll do some commercials as well. As I've been seeing you doing commercial for, I think, the Putu convention or something like that you've been promoting. Yeah, so while we are waiting for Shirley, let's get into some little commercial and get out of the way. We recognize our viewers and want to say thank you so much for joining us. The turnout is very encouraging. Please share with your friends. We would do really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page as well. Voice of Sinoe in the Diaspora is the YouTube page. All right. Don't forget, hit that notification bell and subscribe. We have tons of videos out there that we don't put on Facebook. All right, Patrick, let's get to the commercial here that we want to share with the people. Let's see. Let's start with some congratulations. But Patrick, before we go into that, you the man, your birthday is coming up, man. You're gonna be what, 25 pretty soon, man. So let's talk about the birthday a little bit. What's going on, man? What's the plan for the big day that is coming up, man?
Well, I mean, there can be no plan. There can be no plan without the call or approbation of my boss. And so I'm just here, just looking.
All right, man. We like somebody will speak big book. They'll say, we want to get a little thing to lubricate your esophagus on your birthday, man. We'll try to work something out.
Yeah. So basically, basically I will be celebrating my 42nd birthday.
Oh, okay. All right. And guess what, Patrick? June is an interesting month. My birthday too is on the 14th. All right, so like, yeah.
So 6 days after mine. 6 days after mine.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh my God! Oh no! This is huge. This is big. Yeah. This is huge and this is big. Yeah. So basically, nothing much. Yeah, but we just want to be grateful to God for life, for preserving us through, the thoughts and struggles we face every day, the challenges, and and everything. Yeah, so I will see, for me, every time I reach a birthday, I call it a milestone. I call it an art of preservation. Yeah, and too much celebration. Yes, I know people do come around. I like to see people around me. Maybe organize something for them to eat, or maybe if I have an opportunity enough, maybe share with the elderly or the church or the kids something to remember my day, So, but I want to say thanks to everybody that has been very supportive, uh, everybody that has been in the vanguard of motivating and building my hope and courage to keep moving and to keep pushing, in the face of everything that I go through. So, yeah, June 8th is a day, and VOSD the 6th on the 14th will be your day. So it's a whole. So within this period, between June 8th and June 14th, maybe there can be something. Maybe there can be something we can do for.
Yeah, let's see. So Patrick, let's get a commercial out of the way before our guest, who is the co-host, before she gets on here. So yeah, we're gonna go into that. So let's do low commercials here, and let's start with some shout outs. The first one, we want to do a shout out to Katrina Kahlo. Katrina Kahlo just graduated with a master's degree in nursing. Wonderful lady. I know Katrina from all the way in Minnesota. Now I think she now is in Indiana or somewhere. But Katrina, we want to say congratulations. She also celebrated her birthday as well. So we want to say, Katrina, congratulations and happy belated birthday to you. We wish you many more happy returns and hit that PhD, man. Yeah, you're climbing pretty fast too. But we are very, very proud of you. Like Senator Teji one time said, say, the Sapo girls are learning, So you can see another a Sapo lady has deposited a master's degree in her academic portfolio. So Katrina, congratulations once again to you. Hey Patrick, shout out to her.
Yeah, yes, congratulations to you, sis Katrina. And if you, I mean, one woman educated, a whole nation is educated, the whole society is educated, and women can do more when they're educated. Yeah, when they are out there, in the academic walls. And I want to say thanks for pushing through, in the face of our main dominated society. Congratulations again, and little happy birthday to you.
Yeah, Patrick, the kind of the academic stocks here kind of different. Women more educated now in the U.S. than men. Let's get to the young man as well. This is my cousin in Minnesota, Loveto's son, George Jabawolo, I think. Yeah, George also graduated from high school. So, George, we want to say congratulations to you. And yes, you have completed the first fundamental step, and step 2 is on the way. Go get your bachelor, and you climb the ladder, man. But George, I want to say congratulations again on your graduation.
Yeah. So one time, former education minister George Warner said that a third grade or maybe a fourth grade student in the U.S. can outperform a 12th grade student in Liberia, and maybe we can deduce, but that statement to also say a high school graduate in the U.S. can some kind of way outperform a college graduate in Liberia. We don't. It could be a long debate, but I want to say, Josh, congratulations to you. The journey just begins, and I look forward to seeing you pushing through.
Yeah, this is my cousin. He's in Minnesota. He's Going Chantan. Also celebrated his birthday. And so Going, we want to say it on behalf of the network and the family. We want to say, man, happy belated birthday to you. And we wish you many more happy returns. He was I don't know whether he still is the Secretary General for USAA Minnesota chapter at one point. But again, I don't know the leadership structure right now. So whether he's still the Secretary General. But Going, we want to say happy birthday to you.
But happy birthday to you, Going. Many more years to come, brother.
Good. So I think those are the shout out I have here. If you're out there celebrating your birthday, we want to wish you happy birthday. We also want to do commercials, Patrick. The USA, our organization, the National Convention is coming up, and it is August. It starts on the 13th of August to the 16th. So just wanted to create awareness. If you are in Iowa, North Dakota, Minnesota, Chicago, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, wherever you live, man, Columbus, where am I right now? I'm in Pennsylvania right now, but that's where I'm residing currently. So we want to encourage all of you, man, to come and join us August, beginning the 13th to the 16th. Will be a wonderful, fantastic weekend in Minnesota. And you want to be part of that occasion. The president of our union, William Mann, this is the first convention, as president. Yeah. So let's see how it plays out. Yeah, but yes, start to work on your ticket right now. I think if you're traveling, if you're flying, the sooner you buy your ticket, the better it's going to be. Yes, and we also want to do a shout out to people, financially, people are making a contribution. My wife, she has already paid all her fees, she's ready to rock and roll. We also have Mr. Butu who is the national coordinator. Butu also started took the lead, as you say. The sitting fee for the convention is $100. Mr. Jawi is clear on that. Of course, the spokesperson of the elders and the ancestor, Darke Saryorpodeh, clear with everything, not just the sitting fee, but everything. My wife and I, we are clear. The chairman of the board of directors also is taking the lead. He has also paid for his sitting fees. Also, we want to say thanks to Dr. Tale for Joe Wegner leading the job. The president of the union, Mr. William Manning himself, the signature project for this convention that the the fund that will be generated will be used for is the signature hospital project in Pelican. So each member of the administration, the board, and the administration, we are taxing ourselves $200. So the president talked to take the lead. The president has paid his $200. Of course, I'm also clear. So yes, we just want to put the information out there. If you are on the board, I think it's $200. The board, this executive $200 as well, and then the general membership is $50 towards the project. All right. So Patrick, that's some of the update I want to give. Our mothers are all set to go. Our mothers led by Madam Mibble City or Mibble City, yes, they are ready to go. The financial team, if you want to make your payment, just reach out to Rachel or reach out to Doris Kufa or the chair lady, Verma Smith. Let me put our ma there before I get in trouble today. And of course, we'll have our guest speaker for the convention. It will be the presidential hopeful. It's not confirmed yet. He has to go to the convention and see whether his party going to choose him. Yeah, the Freedom Movement, Mr. John Talley will be the guest speaker at the occasion. So be there. A presidential candidate will be there. Hopeful, I should say, it has not been confirmed yet, but Mr. John Talley will be the guest speaker at the occasion. All right, yeah, Patrick, that's some of the information I want. These are the former president, the current president and former president. So you have right now, William Mann is the president of the union, the former president, Francis Clark Myers, and then we have Nestor Francis, because Green Gidio was there as the president. And after Mr. Gidio, it was Mr. Obaku. And then of order there it was, I'm not putting the whole slew of former presidents, but I just thought the immediate or the recent ones. So we had Kali Jabede Foley. She was there. Then after that, Mr. Obaku Nyema came. After Obaku, you got Green Code Gidio. After Green Code Gidio, you got President Francis Clark Myers. And now William Mann is on the stage right now. All right, so guys, those are the leaders, man. This one is exclusive of the former president. So we got College of Foley, we got Obaku Nyema, Green Code Gidio, and Francis Clark Myers. All right, so hopefully all of them will be under the same roof. It will be a good thing, man, to have all the leaders under the same roof and supporting the current president, supported by the board of directors of our union. The board members. You got Dr. Falasin Talley. He is the chairman of the board. We have the co-chair of the board is Honorable Maya Toley. The secretary of the board is our guest today, Shirley Sneh. And then we have Peasley Job member. We have Maya Mondibu member. We have Amelia Tijane member, and then Otello Kolo member. All right. So these are the officials, and then we have the executive team. The executive team again is William Manning, is the president. We have Minister Olivia Sua, the vice president, secretary general. We got Reverend Nathaniel Gatti Swinion. We have the financial secretary, Rachel K. Pastor Rachel K. I should say that. We got Doris Kofa, the treasurer. We got Milton Shiben, the project manager. We got Obaku Yima. He's the advisor to the president. Claudio Mano is advisor to the president. We have Mr. Boto Jawi, he is the national coordinator. And then we have Honorable Iso Sabe as advisor to the president as well. So, P, those are some of the information, man, I just wanted to share with our team here, with the official, if you want to say something, and a commercial while we wait for Shirley to get here.
Yeah, thank you. So, I would want to encourage the USA members to show their support, as always, turn out for the convention. Not just turn out, but make your fulfill their obligations. And one thing I want to recommend is for the upcoming project, the clinic project, and all our future projects USAA will dedicate, they should create a museum, a museum within, so that they can have the portraits of these former great leaders, even current ones, always placarded, or posted, so that young people can go and read about their leaders in the US, view their pictures, their portraits, see brief history and profile of them, and then know exactly, their contribution to community development and empowerment. So I also want to see a little museum where we can see the picture of Madam Jabere Fole, Honorable Nyeman, Honorable Grio, Honorable Madam Presley Clark Myers, and in fact the current president and the rest of the board members as well too, so that we can read about them and know their contribution, to the development of their community. So far so good. That's what I can say.
All right, Patrick, a great job, man. So let's do this. I think there's a story you also been following. It's a big one within the Graduate Association in America. So major verdict came out at one time. Are you abreast of that story?
Oh yeah.
So while we're waiting for Shirley, I want to kind of chew on that a little bit. It's a major story. So before we bring that story up, Father, let me read back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Voices Sinoe in the Diaspora with Esoteric and Patrick today on the show. So, Patrick, the breaking news we got not too long ago, it has to do with the former president of the Graduate Association in America's Honorable Fred Guion. A couple of years ago, he was taken to court by the organization. And I think about 9 years, Patrick, if you want to put yourself on mute so we can get a better audio. Yeah. So, yes, he was taken to court on multiple charges by the leadership of Graduate Association at the time. Let me see what I can put some of the charges they put on the former president here. Let's see. Yeah, I can read it over there. So let me look at it from my phone so we can go through some of the charges that they put on the president. And they were in court. It has been a while, but a verdict just came out. And see, other people are calling it an equator. Other people say no, it's not an equator. So yeah. So depending on where you stand, you can call it whatever title you want to call it. But here it said the verdict. So Patrick, let's see. This was issued. The verdict was put out March the 27th, 2026. And then when you look at the title here, they said Graduate Association in Americas Incorporated plaintiff and the Court of Common Pleas, Delaware County Civil Division. All right, it's not a criminal case, I think, or civil case, I think. And then versus Fred Guion, Jeremiah Sar, or Shah, I think, as you say, and then Wells Fargo Bank and the Bank of America Corporation. Okay, those were the defendants. All right, the Grand Jury Association sued Mr. Fred Guion and then the Bank of America and stuff like that. So let's part of that briefly what I say here. I say they say plaintiff's pre-trial statement. Okay, and it say a brief description of the case and legal theories. It say a plaintiff Grand Jury Association in Americas Incorporated. And let me put the president back, picture back here, the former president, Mr. Fred Guion. And it said Pennsylvania nonprofit corporation filed a complaint against certain former officials of Grand Jury Association in Americas, namely Fred Guion, here they call him Guion, and then Jeremiah Shad, filed against two financial institutions, Wells Fargo Bank, NA, Wells Fargo, and then they get Bank of America Corporation, Bank of America. The claims against the individual defendants included civil conspiracy. All right, those are the charges, right? Civil conspiracy, conversion, and theft, fraud, and misappropriation of corporate assets. Okay, the claims against the corporate banking defendants were based on the failure of the corporate banking defendants to protect Grand Jury Association's asset from unauthorized conversion or depletion of GGAA's assets by the individual, right? So now, yeah, the individuals, Mr. Fred Guion is one of them, of course. They listed on the court. So here's the verdict, I think, from the court. Let's see, Patrick, let's go through this document. Says Guion and Shah, after having served or having received an official notice from Grand Jury Associations in America, authorized leadership on October 19, 2016. Okay, that's when the case was filed. That Guion was removed as a GGAA official who had previously been authorized to transact business on behalf of the corporate banking defendants. GGAA and Wells Fargo have reached a settlement. Bank of America is the only remaining corporate banking defendant. Okay, they say GGA will be presenting documentary evidence confirming that Bank of America, notwithstanding having received notification on October 19, 2016 from GGAA that Fred Guion no longer had the authority to engage in financial transactions on behalf of GGAA. Okay, it's continuing to engage in financial transactions at Bank of America purportedly on behalf of GGAA as reflected in part by a cashier check made payable to Grand Jury Association in Americas dated October 20, 2016 in the amount of $14,020 issued to Fred Guion, containing no endorsement, and in place of the endorsement, a typewriting statement of Bank of America. They got all the information. So, Patrick, that's a verdict I wanted to read. So they got a witness that Asa Bouillon, former board chairman. They got here. Ooh, all right, it's not legible yet. So, Patrick, I wanted to read the verdict itself. What the court said. I don't know what I have that portion of it. Let's see. Unfortunately, maybe I didn't download that part of A. But the bottom line, they said they withdrew the case, basically, Grand Jury Association in the Americas, they withdrew the case for the sake of peace. But Patrick, I want you to give your thought on this major development. Was Mr. Guion's acquitted, or what do you make of the whole thing?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Upon, my ascendancy to the position of press secretary for the Grand Jury Association in 2023, that was one of the critical issues I was briefed with. And then from all indications, the case is mixed, or
So Patrick, while you are into, I wanted us to read the actual verdict, what the court said, right? Or the ruling, if you want to call it that way. So they say, and now this 27th day of May, that is 2026, counsel for the defendants Fred Guyon and Jeremiah Shah, and counsel for plaintiff Grand Jury Association in Americas, been pressing for the non-jury trial scheduled for this day upon defendants Fred Guyon's and Jeremiah Shah's motion for judgment of non-pros, and any response thereto. It is hereby ordered and decreed that a judgment of non-pros is hereby entered in favor of defendants Guyon and Shaw and against plaintiff Grand Jury Association in Americas and Bank of America and Wells Fargo as to all claims and cross claims filed in this case due to defendants Wells Fargo's and Bank of America's failure to attend the non-jury trial and plaintiff's failure to prosecute its claims at trial. So Patrick, that's a verdict here. So they say the bank failed to show up, and also Grand Jury Association, they also failed to prosecute its claim against Fred Guyon.
Yeah. So having dragged for 9 years, President Poor and the executive of the Grand Jury Association, thought it wise to let go the case as part of a commitment, made, to accelerate peace, unity, and reconciliation in the community. You can well attest that legal representation in the U.S. is not free. In fact, I'm even told, I've learned that some legal representation sometimes is based on hourly charge. Okay, it's based on hourly charge. The more hours somebody stays in the court to represent you, you pay them per hour. Okay, and so the association had earlier, lost $30,000. You're looking for money and you're spending money. Okay, so the association had earlier lost $30,000 to lawyers, compensation, and yet the case kept dragging and dragging and dragging. So when Madam Poor took office, she examined all of the facts, everything. Yes, Fred could be prosecuted and found guilty and sentenced, or maybe compelled to restitute funds, reportedly taken out of the association's account. But looking at the way it has dragged on, the division it has brought in the community, Fred himself left without remorse, without regret, and without even apology to the people. He wanted to establish another organization that was competing with GGAA. All right, he called it the Grand Jury Association in the Diaspora. All right, taking members away, and then people following him as though he was the hero or he was the moral man. Now, everything dragged on, and Madam Poor, she thought it that, well, with the way the community was being polarized and divided, it was better that everybody comes together, everybody gets back on board, as one big community. So on that basis, in consultation with the board of directors, they decided that the case should be discontinued. And that's why if you read the verdict, The administration officially communicated with its council. The councilman, or that councilman, the legal counsel, Dennis Fryman, communicated with him, and then communicated with the in-house counsel, Mr. Tom Mona, who was on the LA last time, provided clarity on the whole case, that everything necessary, every appropriate steps necessary to prevent any further prosecution of Frey and Mr. Shah should be initiated, but in such a way that the Bank of America and Wells Fargo will still not go free. All right. So that legal arrangement was put in place, wherein Wells Fargo and Bank of America could do some settlement without pursuing Frey and without GGA to pursuing Frey. So GGA's interest in the whole case at the last minute, at the last period, was closing the case on Frey and Shah based on brotherhood or brotherly love, and based on peace, unity, and reconciliation, and then getting something out of Wells Fargo. Now that Bank of America and Wells Fargo have agreed to make settlements in an estimated tune of $30,000, for instance, the legal counsel they would take 15,000, GGA would take 15,000. Okay, as part of the arrangement, that they came up with. So yeah, so Frey is now a free man. It was not an equator. That one thing I want to make clear also too, the ruling by the Delaware County, Court of Common Pleas, the ruling is not. It was not a vindication. It was not an equator. It was not a judgment based on the merits of the case.
So
it was
Patrick,
not.
What you do, Patrick? I want you to hold your thought there. I think Shirley is now on, so let's just bring her on and get the ball running here. Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, our special guest on the show today is Shirley Sneh, the co-host of Voices Sinoe. She just wrote a new book, and we want to be talking about Shirley's book today, Murder Without Proof. Yeah, I have been wanting to go into this book to get a story beyond. I mean, how is it that a murder would not have a proof of a child or children? What happened? What went wrong? But Patrick, Shirley that co-host here now, so we can just bring the woman on just regularly. She always likes the siren, the police escort. So we got to bring the woman on the way she likes to be brought on. So before she gets on here, let's get a siren here for her.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Shirley, how are you? Hey.
Hey, good morning. Sorry guys that I came on late. I apologize. You guys know me and I'm a woman of time, but so many pieces I'm putting together, so I apologize sincerely.
Yeah, that theory is it doesn't hold this time around. A woman of time, the woman came 40 some more minutes into the show, but we're not going to beat on you. You're the special guest today. How you doing, Shirley? How Minnesota?
Great. Minnesota is good. Yeah, Minnesota is giving us summer weather right now, so I'm asking Minnesota to hold it down this weekend because it is an important weekend.
All right, so I usually highlight people, but I'm using the iPad. The feature is kind of a little different when I'm in studio. So Patrick, you want to greet Shirley, and then we'll give her the opportunity to give some opening thoughts, and then we'll go into the discussion.
Oh yes, let me greet the general, the female general. Yeah, the power pack Shirley. Yeah, the motivational Shirley, the inspirational Shirley, and the alluring and particulars, Shirley. So we want to say welcome to the show. a special edition for you, at least to celebrate you today, and then talk about your book, which we know will make, a best-selling, book for you, and welcome you again. So stay with us today for as long we want to keep you, and then tell us more about what we want to know, and then let people get ready for their passage, on the 6th of June 2026. Again, welcome to our platform, my co-host.
Wow, that's a beautiful welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's always good to be on here. So, I was kind of shaking to come on. It's like, hey, the boys about to go murder me with questions, and I want to see how it feels to be on the other side. So, hopefully I'm ready for all the questions that you guys have to ask today, but I am grateful to be on here.
All right, Shirley, thank you. Thank you for joining us. All right, we are glad to have you. So, Patrick, I want you to inaugurate a conversation.
All right, Shirley, thank you. Thank you, CEO. So, Shirley, the book, A Mother Without Proof, promises to be a best-selling. It's not a novel, but let's say personal love story of a great woman. And and we have only seen the back cover or the front cover and everything. What is in it, we have not known yet. But first, let's go back. Let's trace the book back.
Patrick, I think she off for some reason. Okay, she's back now. Let's see.
Okay, let's see if she comes back quickly. All right, she's back. Okay, so let's trace the book back to its source, the motivation, the inspiration, and the desire to have this voice open to the public. It was kept silent for 25 long years. That's over 2 decades and a half.
Mm-hmm.
No talking, no voice, no sound. This, after 25 years, you decided to break the silence. If you just break it on the internet, or you didn't just break it in the home, you now broke the silence in words, all right, in a whole book, a whole package. So let's go back to the inspiration. Let's go back to the source, how it all started, how it all happened.
Wow, that is a power-packed question, first of all, I should say. The inspiration beyond Mother Without Proof. First, I want to say it is a true story. So there's the beginning of that. But it came about to write my story on paper because I heard clearly from the Lord that it is not just my story. There are so many women that are carrying a story that they are afraid to write. They are afraid to tell other people about it. And so I was obedient to the Lord to write my story so that their sister, who have been silent for years, been keeping her story because maybe she is ashamed to tell people about it, ashamed to write it down. She can use my story as a testimony, as something that's going to motivate her and say, I can do it. It surely can do it. So I would say there is the BKS inspiration beyond Mother Without Proof. It is my personal story, but it's for every woman that has suffered pain, went through loss, grieving in silence, and so forth.
So, a personal love story, a true one too, and one that motivates, inspires. So, what specifically happened to you that showed no proof that, that you can prove? What happened to you that you could not prove it in the 5 years?
One Mother with Our Proof.
Yeah.
It's a story. You know, I'm gonna speak in a third person here. It's a story of a young woman who have gone through the process of loss in her life. Was told
Patrick, you
that
want to put yourself on mute?
was told that her twins boys that she carried for 9 months had passed away. No proof to validate that statement for years. So try not to go in depth in a book, but I would say there is a short answer to that.
All right, excellent. Patrick.
You soon take charge. Yeah. So perfect. So there was a woman who was told that.
So there was a teenage mother. So I want to specify that. Yeah.
Yeah, a teenage mother was told that her twin boys had died. Just like that. And
just like that.
No other statement behind it to validate the claim or to prove the claim. Just like that.
Yes.
And so she left. So she left wondering. She left wondering, and she left frustrated. And, and just thinking and talking all by herself. Right. All right. Anyway, we're going to the book and know exactly. So yeah. So
a little bit to that to that answer, Patrick. Wasn't left wondering. He was given a sentence that wasn't proven, but expected to accept it and move on with life.
Okay, good. So we will get a copy and we'll read in our own time. But so what are the formalities put in place right now as we speak? Because this publicity has reached, it has reached thousands of people. Yeah, it has reached a whole lot of people. It has gone across the United States and Liberia. People will be online to postage for Amazon, and some people will be live with you in Minnesota to even do direct physical postage. Tell us what are the formalities you have put in place, what comes with going to Minnesota, flight to Minnesota to buy a copy, or going online to buy a copy. What everything entails, and what are the formalities you have put in place so that people don't face people really get deserve what they see.
Thank you so much. So I'm really intentional about my story reaching the war. Again, it took 25 years to gain the courage, prayer, fasting, believing in God and God's timing to be able to write my story on paper. So the book is in different part of the world. Gratefully, Africa was the first, East Africa to be specific, was the first that had 500 plus copies distributed in East Africa. And my father was part of that, so it was a proud movement for me. My book is going to Liberia this month. Over 500 copies going to be in Liberia, in bookstores in Liberia. And there is book going also to South Africa as well. I'm grateful for a good sister of mine that is really, really supportive. She is flying to Liberia this month to carry the books to Liberia. And she's going to South Africa in August to carry the books there as well. And the good thing in the book is they have an e-copy of the book, so you can be any part of the world to grab yourself an e-copy of that book. And it is right now on Amazon Live. My goodness, I am overly excited, so grateful to God. So this weekend, to answer your question, here in Minnesota, we are doing the official launch of Mother with Our Proof. Looking forward to seeing family and friends come and support. It is not just a book launch, it is a testimony. It is a true testimony that I have been carrying for 25 years. I would love to see my sisters, my brother, my pastors, community leader to come and be part of a movement. That's how I want to call it. It is going to be a movement. It's going to be something that when you show up at the book launch, you are definitely not leaving the same. there is something in this book for everyone. Something that's going to transform your life, something that's going to encourage you, something that's going to motivate you. And most importantly, I have taken weeks to pray and fast to make sure that God touched you specifically when you come over to the book launch. So the outline of the book launch, of course, they're going to be a red carpet event. I don't like to do anything petty. So it's going to be a red carpet event. Come over dressed to take pictures, but most importantly, come and sit down and hear my story.
All right, Shirley, I like to hear your story. So let go to the genesis, the beginning of the beginning. Where did this story happen? Where did it happen?
In Ghana.
In Ghana.
Yep, it started on Buduburan Camp and then to Kumasi.
Okay. So Kaswat, okay. So, and you said teen, so like you were what, 17?
I was 17 years old, yes, when I got pregnant.
Okay. All right, so I want to understand the story, right? So first of all, you said they told you that the kid or the twins they died. Who told you that?
My family.
So the twins, you gave birth in a hospital or not in a hospital?
I gave birth at a local clinic in Kasua and was later transported to a clinic in Kumasi, which is the BKS hospital in Accra.
Okay, so but you say your family told you the kids died, but what did the medical professionals say though? The people that help you to give birth, you know, I mean, why would they solve the story after your parents told you that? Because they are your family. They weren't the one that did the delivery. It was the clinic. So what did the clinic say? The professionals that were there.
So I actually was expecting some questions of digging in. I love you so much for that. I love it. I came prepared with a dig in question. But anyway, so picture it though, a 17-year-old pregnant, no experience. Her family member was completed against it. And living with 2 babies in your stomach, not sure of the processes to follow to be able to give birth successfully, or like a breakdown, right? Because in this country, when you are pregnant, especially if this is your first time, they make you go through classes to explain to you, this is what you should expect, this is what's going to happen. So none of that for me. So when I found out I was about to give birth, I walked to the clinic by myself, no family member, right? So when I gave birth to my twins, I found myself in another hospital because I went in coma.
Wow.
So to answer your question, the people that actually helped me give birth at that clinic was not at the hospital. I was taken to the hospital, to Kodebu Hospital to be specific, because that I was in coma, that I went into coma. So they transferred me over there.
So hold on. So you were at the hospital by yourself. Okay, first let me go back. So you say your family, they were against your pregnancy.
Oh, absolutely. We're on a resettlement program.
Okay.
Yeah. In Ghana, resettlement program.
So because you are coming to America, so you are not to conceive. And besides, I mean, your age too as well. Maybe they were disappointed. But if you are dad, do you abandon the kid to be in the hospital by herself giving birth? I mean, that's horrible story. But one thing I want to know too is, Shirley, the kids though, what are the names of the kids that we're talking about here?
No record, no proof.
That's their name. No record, no proof.
No record, no proof. That's not their name. I'm telling you, I had no record, I had no proof, and I didn't get to see or name them.
So up to now, okay, all I thought was you have gotten some information about them, but up to now, no proof up to now, no information at all.
You are going into the book. You'll go buy that book and read it. All that question you asking, that's about time. I'm not all for it. You're going to buy the book and read it, and then we can come back for the read.
No, I wish I have read the book, but I'm trying to figure it out though, because I had thought, you never had proof, and then after 25 years, you got some sort of proof, and that's what motivated the composition of the book. That's what I thought.
That is the reason of buying the book, to see if there is a proof, if I got enough proof after 25 years, or I didn't. But it's all in here.
All right. So when you went to Ghana for the investigation, what are some of the things you were told? I mean, based on the visitation you made to the various areas, what did it tell you? For example, the clinic in Buduburan, for example, were the medical professionals still there, or the totally strange people were there? I mean, what did you discover?
There was a complete. The place was transformed because Ghana is completely different. Things have changed, a lot of improvement. So actually the Ashra clinic was moved to another place. So the place they had the clinic, they had now apartment complexes there for their people. But I was able to find the actual location where the clinic was. And I also was able to find the new location of the clinic.
Okay, but you said towing though, that because you don't have any information. Who told you that they were towing? Because back when you don't have ultrasound, those things to detect whether you have towing or not. How did you find out information that you had a towing and they passed away?
That's a brilliant question. Thank you for asking that. Because I gave birth to the boys. When I pushed out the first baby, I was told I had a boy. And then the lady like, oh, you have another baby to push. And so when I pushed out the second baby, she said, you have 2 bouncing baby boys.
The medical professional, the lady, the person that was helping you said that?
Yes.
And you heard it. You were conscious?
Yes. And the babies cried. The 2 boys going, So, yeah.
So, but I heard that you went in coma as well. At what point did you go in coma, though, after you pushed the babies out?
Right after that, yes. And I don't want to go into the whole medical thing, but right after that, because when you give birth, the afterbirth is supposed to come out.
All right, that's quite interesting story here. So, I mean, I'm shocked that you up to now but Shirley, the next question before I bring Patrick in, though, why you waited 25 years to break silence?
That is a good question.
I mean, you could do it 13, 15. Yeah, why 25 years? Why you waited that long?
Because I don't do anything without the timing of God. I needed to be strong enough to face something that I've been carrying and crying and praying about for years. I wanted to make sure that I have the resources, I have the strength to face it. So that's what I waited 25 years. And most importantly, I want to make sure that I hear from God.
Okay. I don't want to go into the religious aspect of it. So let's just stay on the subject itself, right? So just to be clear, so when you went to Ghana, you did not meet the people that help you at all?
It was 25 years.
So you didn't get anybody?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was thinking, I thought you met somebody or you met some people, because I think this requires some, how you met people, I would say, Noah, why not take legal action? I mean, hire some investigators to actually go into the story, but you have no proof, nothing at all. So that's horrible. Patrick, I mean, I don't know how to go about this. The woman said it's a cold case, basically like a murder case. The person died and no evidence whatsoever.
So let me understand something quickly, Shirley. I mean, I'm getting so motivated right now. But murder without proof. I'm trying to link. I'm trying to link the story to the title. who does not have a proof here? You? Because you hear your babies cry. You hear them cry. You knew that you pushed out two babies, and somebody confirmed to you. Somebody confirmed to you that they were boys.
Yes.
Okay, that should be a proof that you gave birth to two. So, okay, so I don't know, but I'll prove. I mean,
I guess the question you want to ask is, why would I say I have no proof? I have no proof of
exactly.
I have no proof of their death certificate. I have no proof of their grave. I have no proof of seeing them physically that they were there.
Oh, okay. All right. So the proof here is not about their birth, but what happened to them?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. That's it. Okay. That is the part I want to get connected to. And then moving forward, you return back to Accra or Ghana after 25 years, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What year was it? What year was that?
Last year, May.
Last year, May. Okay. So last year, May 25 years since you left Ghana.
Yes.
Okay. So while you were in the US within a 25 years period, did you establish telephone contact, email contact, or any kind of contact with friends? Some of the friends you left in the camp, some of the people your family members or other people. Were you talking to them to really to be your eye and your ear as to what really happened to your kids?
Yes, I did.
Did they share information with you? Credible or maybe incredible? Did they share any information with you?
No.
Okay. They didn't share any information. They didn't share any information with you. Okay. So after you returned in May last year, from your visit, your findings, and everything, what conclusion did you come to?
I'm not sure if I'm getting the last question you just asked.
Yeah, I said after you got to Ghana, your visit to Ghana, your findings, your lay running around you did everything. What conclusion did you come to? Did you finally come to as the mother now who went back in search of information, found no information? What conclusion did you come to at that moment? What did you decide at that moment?
So coming back from Ghana, actually being in Ghana, having the opportunity to search for my boys. Coming back gave me the courage to keep searching, to keep making sure that I'm doing everything necessary to one day see my boys.
All right, Patrick, let me come in for a second here. I think I got some structural questions that I wanted to ask beside the general. So Shirley, the first structural question that I have, what were some of the biggest emotional challenges you faced while writing this book?
Knowing that I missed out on a lot of things. I missed out on their first day of school. I missed out actually picking the names from the Bible, like I always do for all of my kids. Missed out naming my boys. Missed out seeing them growing up. And missed out with having family time, especially with the other kids that I have. And so many things, birthdays, special events. And I missed out on all of that for 25 years.
Well, so how many chapters in the book?
You'll find out.
Yeah, there's a reason why I asked the question. I want to know so I can yeah.
You will find out that one. Forget
okay,
that
so here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a particular chapter that was especially difficult to write? If so, why?
The letter to my boys. The letter to my boys were very hard to write. It was emotional. I have to think about what to say to them as a mother, that by God's grace and eyes of faith, that one day, even if I'm not here, that when they pick up the book can get to read it, they can read that letter from me. And it was hard to write.
So without lighting the cat out of the bed, though, give us a synopsis of what you said to the children, to the boys.
I told them about, okay, hold on. 1 second. Helen, I need tissue, please. But I told them about their brothers and sisters, Abby, Gabby, Judah. I told them about Abby's personality, Judah's personality, and so is Gabby. And the things that they miss out or that they are missing out on as big brothers to their little sisters and brother. And then a personal message to them that I've loved them even when they were in my stomach, and I still love them now.
Wow. Yeah, that's poignant, Shirley. I mean, it's a tough one. So for the readers though, what message do you hope the reader to take away from your story? What do you hope for the people to take away from it?
Thank you. 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, be sure it's a tough one. Yeah.
I have to laugh it out a little bit, please. But for the reader, that there's so many things I want the reader to take away. First, I would say I want the reader to know that your story is not defined by what someone tells you. Your story is defined by what you carried within you, what you know that is truth. Because for years, I have to live with a statement that say your children die, with no explanation, no proof. Something that I was supposed to accept because I was young. I have no voice. I have no power. You know, growing up in Liberia, you can't even lift your hair up when an older person is talking to you. That is disrespectful. So we all know that. So I was in no position to question any of my family members who they were all older than me, to ask them questions like, how can you say my twins boys that I myself heard and cried when I gave birth to them? And the nurse told me I had 2 bouncing baby boys. You were not in the hospital. I was there. How can you tell me they died without giving me any proof? If I have to redo this with the opportunities of being in this country, that would be the question that I would ask them. I want to see it. I want to see my boys. They're there, but I want to see them. Because it's less than 24 hours. I didn't stay in coma for days. So if you have their body somewhere wrapped up, I want to hold it. I want to hold them for the last time. So to the reader, I want you to make sure your mind is freed. And if you are a Christian, say a prayer before going in depth to read my story. Because there are other things that within the book about me personally that will encourage you, that will motivate you, that will encourage you in the Lord. Your faith will not be the same after you read Mother Without Proof. Because there are so many things this woman have gone through, and I've had the courage to write it on paper for you.
Wow. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, you have a comment, feel free. We'll read it to our guest. But Shirley, give us the opportunity, Patrick. I will bring you on, Shirley. But let me see. Let me ask another question. How did these experiences affect your understanding of motherhood?
I would say the affect my understanding of motherhood is actually prepared me for motherhood. 17 pregnant, not having anyone to talk to when I'm going through, you know, pain, when I can't sleep, or the first kick of my boys, to be able to have that conversation with someone and be like, hey, I just feel the baby kicking. So it prepared me to be strong and take everything on my knee to God, because that was the only person for sure that I had, apart from my late aunt, Helen, who took me in. But I had God. And I've always will be a believer because I've seen what God have done for me and continue to do for me through that process.
So then I will assume that during the darkest days of your struggle, or during your journey, God was the bastion for getting you through the struggle.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So then the next question is, what advice will you give to mothers who are facing similar circumstances?
Find sisters I can pray. You know, at some time in my life, I have to look myself in the mirror and say, you need to move on now because you have other kids. But I tell you, to those that are watching, especially if you're a mother, it doesn't matter how many children you have. There is a unique love for every baby that passed through your belly. But I have sisters that when I am sad, and mostly on Mother's Day, sadly, I want to share that. I have sisters that will get on the phone, that will listen, and we will pray together.
All right, Patrick, I got other set of questions, but let me bring you on. We're getting there almost. Not to keep Shirley.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. So Shirley, after birth, a newborn baby is usually placed in a bassinet. Uh, was that the case of your boys? Placed there for some time, for some hours, and you were able to see them at least for once?
Oh gosh, I'm actually laughing at that question. Thank you for asking that question. With it, I like how you say like the place within the vaccine there. I mean, like that is the proper thing to do. But no, I give birth or not too far away from where I live, and I'm telling you, they even have that. Okay, I got there. They had a bed with multiple and then
Patrick, I think you got to go on mute so we can hear.
okay, so I have to repeat the answer to that
Yes,
question.
please. Yeah, the fan will come. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying earlier, I love how Patrick kind of put that question, and he make it more civilized. Mind you, now I'm talking about a clinic that had me on a bed with colorful sheet, all tuned up as well. And so no, there wasn't anywhere where they have to take my babies and put them away. And if they do, Patrick, I didn't have the opportunity to even see that, because right after the lady told me that I had bouncing baby boys and I hear them cry, that was the last thing. And I went into coma.
I mean, I don't know. I hear you saying from the initial start of the conversation talking about the resettlement program, or the repatriation program, or your preparedness to go to the US at the time, but a teenager at the same time carrying pregnancy. If that was the case, for instance, where your family was concerned about, I mean, they were more concerned about you going to the US than maybe stay in Ghana, with pregnancy. Did you think it had a part to play in this whole thing, where your family decided on their own your future? They're thinking that going to the US will pay off you staying in Ghana to carry two boys to that. Did you think they played that role?
I mean, I wish I knew that, because then it won't be an unanswered question anymore. There will be a question that I already know that it played that role. What I will tell you is, coming to America those days was everything for everyone, and being on the resettlement program, they don't even want you to die. Okay, so don't get sick when you are on the resettlement program to come to America. Don't get no headache, because your family people will be like, why are you sitting out here sick? You need to get well. You need to get well real quick. So medically, they want you to be okay. No pregnancy. Don't get sick, because anything they won't bring you. And if they're not bringing that individual, that's the entire family. So it wasn't something where they're like, oh, Shirley is pregnant, so she can't come. No, the entire group. And it was 27 of us that were on that resettlement program. So I had the future of 27 people in my hand because I was pregnant. So you can only imagine all the cussing, all the name calling, and so forth that I have to go through, because I had the future of 27 people in my hand, or 26, I mean, plus myself.
Wow. All right, I think Patrick is off. So, but Shirley, they say there's a old saying that say it takes two to tango, right? I mean, what is the name of the twins' father?
I'm sorry, but go ahead, ask your question. Oh man, okay. To tell everybody that watching, even though I'm the co-host on this show, he did not call me for us to prepare these questions, guys. So, but I was prepared that he was going to come and dig, because that's who he is. But go ahead. What's your question?
So I was asking, I mean, what is the name of the father of the deceased kids? What is his name? Are you guys? Were you guys in the same age bracket? If not, how old? AC or was he? I don't know whether he's still alive and stuff. I just want to get some little information about because we are only talking about you, but it's somebody that got you impregnated. So we have to know, I mean, who that person is and what role has he played in the search for evidence.
So I will leave that with the book. Buying the book, reading it, and getting to know who the father of my boys are. He was mentioned in the book a few times. So if it's fair enough, I will encourage people to go and buy the book and get the main goodies from it.
So but will you say you guys were in the same age bracket or not?
Yeah. Okay, Madison. Yes, we were. No, we weren't. I mean, he was not that older than me, but yeah, he was older than me.
No, but the reason I'm asking the question, Shirley, is because I mean, they got our society because of poverty, so older men tend to take advantage of little children. It wasn't in your case.
An older man for sure.
Okay.
And he didn't take advantage of me. I was 16. I fell in love with the first love of my life, and the rest of it became history. No, but he did not take advantage of me.
Excellent, excellent. All right, good, good. That's I just trying to make sure that part of it is clear. But what effort has he made in finding the evidence that you are seeking and the proof that you're seeking?
He is
Has it been
fully
helpful to you?
involved. He is fully involved in the process. 100%. He has been involved, and yeah.
So I mean, where was he though when you were going through labor?
He was in school. See, you want to actually, I said, get the book and read about it, but he was in school.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he was.
okay.
Yeah.
So you were out of Ghana at the time when you were in labor, or you were in school in Ghana?
Well, remember not during those times, you ain't get phone. You got to go to his phone to call, right? There was no cell phone.
Okay. So I mean, when you say you were in school, like, was he living?
He was living
like
on campus. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
That's what I meant. Yes.
Okay. So Patrick, I'll bring you on, but let me kind of pull Shelly brain a little bit and kind of pick a brain. So does the book address any societal or cultural issues that contributed to your experiences?
I would say just a little bit.
A little bit, as in 5%, 2%, 1%.
I would say 2%.
Okay.
Sure. Yes.
So what misconceptions do people often have about mothers who experience the kind of challenges you described?
I would say words from your family first is they put you into a bracket where they like you're not serious. You 17-year-old, you should be thinking about school, you're thinking about main business. Without, setting a child down and educating them. I think our community like education. We don't educate young women, young girls when they're coming up. Because at some point, believe it or not, the girl gonna have sex. So the sooner you educate them, the better for them. And not to blame any one of, put blame on anybody why I got pregnant at the age of 17. But I will say though, if our community, our society, especially us that from Liberia, have our parents telling us about sex, giving us that education, or even teaching it at school, to prepare a young woman, you're going to save a lot of girls getting pregnant at an early age. But you cannot talk about sex to your father or your mother. So I think there's a lot of awareness that is needed within our community, Liberia, to be specific.
Okay, all right. So, but if you were to offer sex education to girls, what age bracket would you say though you say would be appropriate for them?
I would say at the age of 12.
12, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Because the thing is not on the internet, right? So, but for, during those days, there was nothing. And growing up in Lockington, I was telling the KMTV guy yesterday that they consider you a big girl or a big Jew when you at least act like you know something about the subject, right? But it's like, oh, they get afraid of man, or she afraid of man. So they have different brackets that they can put you in. But I would say, like, in your home, start telling your 12-year-old, start having conversation with them, preparing them on what they should or should not do. That would be great.
Patrick, my last question before I bring you on, please, if you don't mind. So, how important is it for society to listen and believe women's story, especially when evidence may be lacking?
It's really, 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 really important. And I will say that because of my story. First, the person that carrying the story already, for some reason, will condemn herself, right? Because of all the other things that was told that they heard in the process from their family member. And it's true, if the husband sell you, the streets will not buy you. So you have people that you're supposed to look up to as a role model, because you get pregnant at a young age. They already like withdraw their support. They don't want to be part of your story. So you carry that story with shame. You carry that story with, I'm going to just protect this. I don't want to tell anybody about it. I don't want people looking at me and like, oh, the girl got pregnant at the age of 17. Because the first thing that comes to mind, nobody asking you, was it your first time having sex? Nobody asking that question. Automatically, they believe that you are loose. So in our Liberian saying, they will be like, we knew that girl was doing man business a long time. You know, so there's a lot of things. So it is important that you listen, not just women, right? Listen to somebody's story before you judge them. Have a sit down, ask them questions, get to know what is going on before you judge them.
All right, Patrick, the floor is yours. Yeah. I think we'll wind it down. Let's Shirley house. It looks like she has a guest over there. We don't want to keep her on for too long.
Okay, thank you. See you. So Shirley, it case her lived. They were being 25 years each. Yeah, 26 years. Yeah, 25, 26 now.
Yes.
Yeah, 26 now. Okay. So I saw the other beautiful case you have had so far, and I don't know how many they are in number. What are their current age range, each of them?
So I have 15. She's gonna be 16 this year. I'm gonna have a sweet 16 coming up soon, and I have a 7-year-old and a 29.
Patrick, I think you have to go on mute. Yeah. Yeah, when you ask the question, you go on mute. Yeah, please. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, sorry for that. So, Shirley, I don't know if this is medically confirmed but in the traditional context, people say if a woman give birth to twins once, she's most likely to give birth to another set, after 1 or 2 births in between. Okay, yeah, and I've seen it confirmed with many African ladies here. You give birth to a twin, then after 1 or 2 births, you come with another set again. Have you experienced that? And do you still crave for twin?
Actually, Patrick, that actually have been my prayer before I started having kids when I moved here. And God did not grant me that because I was looking for a way to replace my boys, but I cannot replace them. So even if I was going to have another twins in the process, it still remains that I have twins boys out there that I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm looking forward to one day being in the same person with them, being in the same room with them. So no, and I'm not having any more kids. I'm done. So it's not part of my dream right now. That I prayed for years, it ain't happened.
Patrick, are you there?
I'm yeah. So you're closing too early. What's the problem? I mean, why are you trying to hurt somebody's son here? Somebody's son. Why? Is that person in agreement with what you are saying? You can tell to close up so early like this?
Patrick wants to stop party say when we closing this live. Patrick want to stop party.
We're almost there, yeah.
Patrick want to stop politics here. Patrick, I'm done. I'm grateful to God for 3 beautiful children, possibly 5 children. So I can proudly say I am a mother of 5 with my twins boys somewhere. So there is a blessing. Some people have been having sleepy at night because they want to have at least 1. And God has blessed me with 3. Not just 3. I have a boy and I have girls. So I'm grateful and I'm content. And I don't want any more kids. I can babysit someone else's, but not mine. I cannot imagine myself going through the process again or holding car seat in my hand. So the prerequisite to dating is, do you want kids? Yes. No. Okay. Yes. Keep it stepping. No. We can talk.
Okay. So Patrick, you got another question? So I can ask my last set of questions, and then we can call it a day.
Yeah. My last question, so that to turn over to you. So, what next after the book launch? What next after the book launch? Do we? Are you going to be a regular author of books, or you just doing this one to just go back in your shelf or go back somewhere to relax yourself?
So writing has always been my strength, things that I love to do. That girl who would write down everything that happened to her. I have my Dear Lord book. I have my Dear Shirley book. So I write down everything, and I'm looking forward to writing more books. It might not be a personal story, but whatever the Lord lead me to write, I am looking forward to doing so.
All right, Shirley. Let me just last few questions here. I just want, maybe if I'm writing book 2 as well, so I can have this thing on mind. So, like, how long did it take you to complete this book?
So, like I said earlier, right? I have my Dear Shirley book. So I journal everything. I write down everything. So honestly, it took me to have everything in order, not to go through the editing process or to publish it. I would say it took maybe like 4-5 months when I came from Ghana to just write everything down. And had the opportunity to send it first to my personal editor, who also part of my story, knows the story well, like myself. And he sent it back. And then I sent it over to the publisher. She sent it back. And she challenged me. She like, this is good, but you have so many things in you that you are holding back from reading this. So let everything out. And so I went back into redefining everything and just letting it out. And so I would say maybe like 8 months for sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's reasonable. So what did you learn about yourself though during the writing process?
I learned I am a survivor. One, I survived so many things in my life. And I also learned that I am a strong believer of making sure that I listened, I wait, and I do what God wants me to do at His own time, not mine.
All right, yeah, last but not least, were there moments when you consider not publishing the book? If so, what changed your mind?
Yes, actually, yes. Yes, and it was because, like I said, right, the first thing that comes to mind when you are sitting to write something personal is it's out there now. People know all about you. You know, some people might change your name and be like, oh, let me get there. Oh, the girl I was 17 and got pregnant. Hey, did you read that story? Mother with approve. Now your identity have changed. Your name have changed from Shirley to Mother with approve, or from Shirley to a 17-year-old. That girl at 17, she got pregnant. So, or finding something in the book to connect you with. So I have to ask myself, am I ready for that? Am I ready for the world to know that, you know, I was 17-year-old, I got pregnant with twins, boys. And to even make it interesting, I have no idea where my boys are. Am I ready for that? So I held back. But then I have to tell myself after praying and fasting that this is not your story. This is not about you. This is about the sister that is out there that going through similar situation. This is about her. This is about her to gain the courage. It's about her to wake up and tap herself on the back and say, you know what, you can do it, because this story that you are carrying is for someone to be released. And that's how I'm like, I can do it.
All right, Shirley. I think I got a audience comment here, and then I want something you said earlier about um Liberians parents. We don't do sex education, you know. So this because of lack of sex education, it leads children to get pregnant. You know, talking about teenage pregnancy. So, given your experience, though, what is your plan to help Liberians, especially the mothers, to start to educate their young ones into to avoid this early, pregnancy or teenage pregnancy? Because it's bad if there is no education and the people just do stuff randomly, they don't understand what they are doing. So what role do you hope to play in at least bringing awareness to this?
That's a really good question. I've already started that. I've had a organization where I mentor young women and single moms, and I'm going to take that to another level where we can start a movement where we can educate these young girls. Um, I won't say to focus on education, but to also know who you are. That yes, it's okay. You can be sexually involved with somebody because, I mean, the feeling is there. But you can also protect yourself and make sure education is important. Meaning, make sure you are educated. Make sure you are ready to become a mother. Where when you are pregnant, no one is there to define how that story going to end. You are in control and you know how your story going to start and how it's going to end because you are fully prepared for that child.
All right, let me bring the audience question here. One of the viewers, Tina Williams Sua said, God is in control, Shirley. You are not alone. One of my nieces in a foreign country is going through the same situation for the past 40 years. It has been established that the child is alive, and we are contacting sources who have factual information about the situation, even in the States. So do you have any reaction to this comment?
Let me see. Sorry, I was reading a message from work when you was reading it, so let me read it myself. I seen it on the screen. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Fred. Yeah, God is in control. And you know what? I will say I've had people that have reached out to me that do have similar story. So interesting. Some of them I good family and friends that are close to me. Like I said, right, Madison, it comes down to like us having our story, but being brave enough to tell the world about it. So to answer your question, first your niece that is going through similar stuff, I prayed for her and I prayed that you can get a copy for her to read my book. And pray that God can be her guide. God can be the one that would carry her through whatever she is going through with this situation.
All right, Shirley. So my last and final question. I don't know about Patrick, so we can call it a day. So, here's the question, Shirley. If your first two children could hear your message today, what would you want them to know?
Thank you. That's a really good question. My boys, if you are watching right now, This is your mother, Shirley, who gave birth to you 26 years ago. I've loved you with everything that is within me. I've always prayed for you. My biggest dream that I'm praying one day is to sit in the same room with you. I know you are doing great. And the reason why is because you are on my altar. I don't know your name. I don't know what name they call you out there. But just know that there is a mother that is praying for you. And I know that you are doing great things out there. But no, surely this year you have 3 other siblings. You have Gabby, who's about to turn 16. You have Judah. He is amazingly smart. He's about to turn 9. You have Abigail. She is the boss queen of the house. And by eyes of faith, when Abby sees you, she will follow you everywhere you go. Because her love for her brother and sister is unbelievable. So keep doing good, keep putting God first, and know that one day I will get to see you. Just one day.
Shut quickly before you go though. So even though you don't have proof after 25 years, are you still optimistic they are alive, the kids?
Absolutely.
Oh wow, okay.
Yes.
All right. So Pastor, go ahead. We have closing thoughts. Oh yeah.
Yes. Shirley's book tells an extraordinary story that we all need to know, read, and understand, and draw some motivation from there. And people can learn from this. People can, the Ghanaian health system, the Ghanaian health ministry can use Shirley's story to improve the Ghanaian health system. All right. What happened in that hospital can bring about change. Sadly, in Africa, we don't use situations to change things. We use situations to even make things worse for ourselves on this side. And, but this could be a motivation that a clinic where a woman gave birth in the 21st century. 26 years ago, were we in the 21st century? Let me see. No.
There were no computer in that clinic then, so no.
Yeah. I think 26 years ago, we're not in the 21st century. We're still in the 20th century. Okay, but the point I'm making is that every clinic should have a place where babies are kept upon birth. And and she didn't experience that. The other thing, I agree with her that yes, the kids could be alive. Some of the rich folks in Ghana, perhaps that could not have children or that appear barren at the time. Maybe at that time, maybe they have made some contacts with the nurses there, and maybe few of Shirley relatives, to get those babies out over there. Yeah, so it still calls for investigation. And encouraging Shirley after her book launch, she must launch a formal complaint to the Ghanaian health ministry and police authority so that they can probe that situation. Thank you, Shirley, for coming on. On the launch day, we hope to follow, and if possible, put in an order any way possible and get a copy so that we can read too. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yes, and I don't want to leave from here without letting the world know I have his contact.
Shirley, hold on a second. There's a call coming in here, I think for you. Hey, Maru, go ahead. What's your take?
I already wrote. People pose my questions for her. Please, I already wrote it.
Okay. All right, good. So Shirley, here's your question from Mr. Madu. If you want to read it, or you want me to read it to you?
I prefer you reading it.
All right. So Shirley, he wants me to read it. Say, congratulations, Shirley. However, my question is, what congratulations, Shirley. However, do you have any intention of using some of your proceeds to donate to the United Sapphire Association in Americas? And if so, what percentage will you donate?
That's a really great question, and I'm glad that you are watching and you are part of the board. I think this is when the United Support Association in the America needs to come in their numbers to support me. I have not experienced or seen any of you support, and I want to be very clear about that. I want you guys to come and support. Support not just come physically, but come with donation, because I do need that. It takes a lot to write a book. It takes a lot to plan a program. So at this time, you asking about me donating to the United Support Association. I would rather have you guys donate to my project, and I want you guys to show up in your number. And if the president is watching, I will be looking forward to him coming to support. I have always supported the United Support Association. I dragged my children to all of your programs. So I will take it personal if the United Support Association does not show up to my program in their numbers. I don't want you sending one representative. I want all of you, for the most part, in position to show up, not just show up with your hands swinging. I want you to show up to support. And at this time, where I have few days for my program, I have not gotten any communication from the board, any communication from the administration.
Did you send a communication to them?
I did, and I called the president. I did, and I called the chairman of the board, and even my big brother that is asking right now, they reach out to him. So my expectation is to make sure that I see you guys support me, because not only do I show up to the program, I volunteer my time and I MC for your stand on my feet in my high heels for all of the program with no pay. So this time I need all the love, all the support from all of you. So thank you.
The one who put us in trouble. Yeah. So what Shirley is saying, other words, I think she's saying, is it was reciprocal advantage, right? You scratch my back, I scratch your back. So she said before she gave up plenty of money, we had to come and give up plenty of money. Then the money she will get pushing on the money back to her. In other words, that's what she's saying.
Exactly.
All right, but Shirley, I want to say congratulations to you.
I was going to say, for sure, I appreciate you guys bringing me on here. But the main reason why I'm here today is the fact that my book went live on Amazon today. And my love for the community, because everything that I do when it comes to my line of work is to give back to our people. But this story is dear to my heart. I want the entire universe to have the opportunity to read my book. So because of that, I have discounted my book for the next 48 hours. I want you to go and grab yourself a copy. Grab yourself a copy on Amazon. The book is going for $8.99, my people. In my simple Liberian English, $8.99. When you go to McDonald's, you spend more than that on just your meal. The kids' meal these days, it costs more than $8.99. So you know why? You have the opportunity to even purchase more than one book. And my own rich uncle that just asked that question, go and purchase a book for your entire church. Give it to the woman as a gift to them. Let them read. So $8.99, you don't want to miss out on the 48 hours window. So go and purchase yourself a book. And you can be kind to a family member, a sister, or a brother. Buy the book in numbers and give it out to people. Thank you.
All right, Shirley. Thank you. That was a good show. Thank you for. Yeah, it's a book on Amazon. I just put it up there for you. $8.99 Shirley sale. You know, that's it right there. $8. I gotta get my copy as soon as possible. Yeah. So, but Shirley, I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. And we hope to see you next show.
Yeah, thank you.
So we can know the financial update from the launch. You know, maybe you might after the both start, you'll be a millionaire. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's definitely not the purpose. You know, the goal is to make sure that people are, you know, reading my story with understanding, because it could be your story or your sister, cousin story. So make sure you share it with your family, friends, and loved one. Let's support each other. This time, I need the community to support me.
Thank you. Thank you. I wish we have done this in advance, right? That way you get a message out, boy. Like few days now. I can buy a ticket right now. It's expensive. But you told me though. But that's something.
Don't let me come murder you 2 years on this.
No. Don't decapitate me, please.
Okay, yeah, that's it right there. You have text it?
What text did just say?
Woo!
The man said buy what, 10?
Buy 10 of it. Hallelujah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, 2 for 5. So yeah.
And you know he right. He doesn't play when support, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Mondu doesn't joke, you know. Yeah. He will come true, you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, all right, Shirley, thank you. We if I get a copy of the book, maybe in the future, some of the things that you're hiding from me when I discover them, I'll bring you back, and so that we can dig deeper into the story. But thank you, and enjoy yourself.
All right.
Hope to see you next week, Thursday.
Okay, yeah, sure. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this is how we're bringing the curtain down. But before I go, you know how I'll do my little commercial now. Don't forget, USA convention is in the pipeline. Don't forget to be part of the event. Get your ticket now while they are a little cheaper. Don't wait. Procrastination the first time. Get your ticket. So you can be with us in Minnesota from the 13th to the 16th in Minnesota for the national convention. All right, you see the board members. Everybody's set to go, guys. So we want to say thank you for joining us, and this is how I'm breaking it down for today. I want to say thank you to all our viewers. I will call Mr. Madam Shirley. But this is how we're bringing the curtain down, guys. Thank you. And I will see you again next Thursday.
The Pulemo boy alongside Prince Neil Tally on this one. I'm there for you, yeah.